Hello everybody, and welcome back to Old School RuneScape. Here we are back in the Mauritania Slayer Tower, but we're not going to fight Banshees today because I don't think we're strong enough. We do have a Willow Bow now, but those things are so tough I don't think that the +6 difference in accuracy is going to be all that important. I mean, look at this. We're fighting a level 12 Crawling Hand and losing internet connection immediately. So that's good. My internet has been pretty terrible today, but I don't want to delay this episode another day, so I'm going to try to get through it. But yeah, these things have some fairly decent drops, I think, so I think they're an okay thing to train on, and they seem to have low enough defense that I can hit fairly often, so that should be some good experience. But I've actually found something new about Banshees that I don't think I ever knew before, or at the very least had completely forgotten. But apparently every time you hit them, they heal 1 HP. So unless you can average your hits higher than 1, then you're not really going to make any progress on them. So that is why I had so much trouble. I think maybe 0 doesn't count, except for the zeros that... Like, whenever it shows 0, there's actually 2 possibilities. It's either actually hit 0, or it hit... it didn't hit at all. And I think if it hits 0, then it will heal, but if it misses, then I don't think it will. Otherwise, I don't see how we could have gotten the health down at all, honestly, the way we were hitting. I think maybe that's the case. But regardless, we need our accuracy so that we almost never hit zeros. We can miss... Oh, okay, missing doesn't actually work though, does it? I don't know, the point is, regardless, we just need to be able to hit more often in general. Because if we can do that, then the fight will go much faster. So I think, you know, maybe level 25 I think is a level I mentioned before, and that combined with the Willow Bow should hopefully do things. And I could always head on over to the Grand Exchange and upgrade to Mithril Arrows as well, because I didn't do that, but I could. Oh, and yes, I did fix my hair. I'm pretty sure that's the hair I had before. It doesn't really matter. It's green, and it's not bald, so that's good enough for me. Not overly attached to my character's appearance. I kind of chose it during the start of the series, just sort of haphazardly. It would be really nice, though, if they had a preview thing. It's a bit ridiculous expecting us to choose when we can only see a little piece at not even the right... You know, it just defaults to brown, and that's all you can see until you've actually changed it. Stuff like that. It's a bit silly. My arrows are not actually going to last that long, I think. We probably won't even make it to level 25, but hey, we got level 22 at least. Because I think we started off at like 80 arrows, and I'm already down below 60, which is ludicrous, to say the least, so... Maybe we will use up all of my steel arrows and then go sell what we've gotten as drops and buy, whatchamacallit, Mithril arrows with that money. I'm not quite sure how much Mithril arrows are going to cost, but I'm hoping, you know, a reasonable price, maybe, you know, significantly under 100 GP each, obviously. Otherwise, there's no way I'm going to be able to afford enough in the first place. But I think they should be, you know, fairly reasonable. I don't remember how much steel arrows cost either, though, so who knows. I also organized my bank a little, so we might get a glance at that. It's not overly organized, but I did move the, got all the herbs in their spot now, got all the farming stuff in its spot, which it mostly was already, and I have a new tab that's for all types of, you know, clothing and armor and stuff. You know, anything you wear that isn't a weapon. That was the main change, and I also moved some of that dig site junk into its proper location, so that's good too. And we do have a lot of junk in there, and I do need to get organized and figure out which items I need to keep for potential future treasure trails, and which ones are just useless, outdated armor that I forgot to get rid of. But we can worry about that later. It's not a huge deal because we do have just so much bank space. But yeah, look at this. My connection today, I don't know what is up with this, but it is terrible today. I hate it. It's sad that I'm stuck recording one of my only 2 series that actually needs an internet connection. I'm probably going to get logged out any second now. I'd better... Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, I'll log back in. My internet's working, so I don't know why. Maybe Old School RuneScape's having issues too. That's a possibility. Login limit exceeded. Too many connections from your address. I can't show you guys because it does have my email, but we just gotta wait a minute. So that's fun. Yeah, so fighting anything dangerous this day is a bad idea. Just, you know, logically, we don't want to get murdered and lose everything. I really wish it would log me out already. And it's not like my internet is being strained or anything. It is practically not being used right now outside of RuneScape. So there's no excuse for my internet to be doing this. And it doesn't want to let me log in, and I can't turn my screen on because of my email. Stupid connection thing. It's probably because I was in combat, right? Okay, it's logging in now. Okay. There we go. I have 111 days remaining. Oh man, I almost lost all my steel arrows, right? That would suck. That would definitely cut our stay short if we lost all that. I don't know, maybe I started off with 60 arrows because it feels like they wouldn't have gone down by 20 and then just stopped going down. I don't know what happened to my arrows. I lost track or something. But whatever. Let's hope that's the last connection issue for this episode, because I don't want to have to keep dealing with that. It would suck. For these crawling ants. Yeah, that's my one concern when I move in December. I really hope that the internet that I move to is more stable than this and fast enough to handle RuneScape. I can deal with upload speeds being really slow, but I cannot deal with the connection being so bad that I can't actually record my videos there. That would be pretty terrible, actually. It would basically mean that these series would have to be pre-recorded somewhere else and then uploaded, so I wouldn't be able to do what I currently do, which is I generally record on 3 separate days, one for each episode, just to keep things fresh, especially in RuneScape 3. Not so much in this series, just because it doesn't have daily things like the treasure chest thing and all that. Man, I use up a lot of arrows really fast. It's crazy. Very crazy. Some other change I made, which you may or may not notice, is I used to have my external hard drive, which is what I record to, sitting on an old speaker that I used to use for my desktop, and which I might use in my new desktop. It still works, as far as I know. But I had it sitting on top of that, and it amplified any noise that the hard drive made. And I didn't even realize just how much it was doing it until I moved it, and now you can't even tell the hard drive's running, basically. So you might have heard that noise, especially at the start of episodes. Sometimes I'll have to start and stop a few times because it would make this startup noise that I would see as this huge bump up on the line. So it's definitely nice to have that moved. I'm not really sure why I waited, because it's basically been sitting there since I started recording to that hard drive. So, a very long time, actually. Oh no, that's a lie. It wasn't sitting there. I moved it at one point. Because it used to be sitting on my desk near my microphone, but I figured that might also be an issue. But yeah, we got level 23 now. Sadly, of course, we can't see what we unlocked, but whatever. We're hitting more often. I don't know if range level has any effect at all on your damage output, but it definitely has an effect on the amount of zeros you hit, and that is what we are trying to work on right now. And my arrows are looking good. We will definitely try to kill a banshee. We are not going to... What is my arrows doing lying around? We're not going to end this episode without at least trying, and it'll probably take a long time. We'll probably want to start at like 25 minutes in maximum, but probably when I hit level 25. The number 25 is popular today. And I wish, though, that I had done range like this back in the day, because this is actually really easy to train. I don't know why I avoided it like the plague back then. I mean, obviously getting to super high levels would be more annoying, but, you know, just getting to something like level 30 or 40 is pretty reasonable, even with the need to buy all these arrows and things. Even without the Grand Exchange, you could easily get enough steel and stuff to do this. Okay, dead. They're not giving me many drops, are they? Like, I remember these things dropping gloves left and right. I think like rings or bracelets, maybe. Maybe not bracelets, but I feel like there was something else. Gloves. They dropped those like red, yellow, purple, etc. gloves that they sell in Canifis. And those were always worth a decent amount of money back in the day, before the Grand Exchange. And I think even after the Grand Exchange first came out, they were still, you know, I think less than a K, but definitely to the point where someone fighting these things can probably earn a decent profit for their level, just by picking them up. Oh, well, okay, yes, okay, yes, okay. I'm glad that I didn't get interrupted. Okay. Yeah, I'm already here. Yep, I could read all this, but no. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Oh, I have to move it with these, huh? Okay. Man, that is crappy interface. Okay, and this is the second one. I'm used to being able to click and drag. Okay, that's one too low. I don't know how tolerant it is. What am I controlling here? I'm controlling the top bit. That's not the one I thought I had clicked on. One more. What, I can't go any higher than that? Okay, whatever. Like, this sucks, really. What about now? What? How do I not have it quite right? Why is this thing so hyperactive? Oh my gosh. Like, if these things weren't spinning constantly, it would be a lot easier. Maybe you need to have it... I don't know. Ah, there we go. Oh, that's not right. Okay, whatever. Oh no, I'm covered in bees. I don't know what it wanted. I'm pretty sure I had the pieces in the right order. So I'm not sure what the issue was there. Oh god. Well, that's it for our range training then. We are now over near Sears Village. Dang it, that sucks. Oh well, I guess we'll train woodcutting then. Dang, that... Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe I did mess up, but I thought I had it right. I'm just not used to that interface. I'm used to click and drag and then it knows where they're supposed to be, not this extremely vague, where do you need to put them situation that we had there. Who knows? Who cares? Let's keep going over here. We do need to work on woodcutting and fire making, so I guess it's okay. We got some range levels. Alternatively, though, I guess I could fight unicorns. What's unicorn horn used for? Is that anti-poison, I think? Which I would not say. Yeah, anti-poison. It really feels like they should be a higher level potion than level 5. But I guess they aren't. Now maybe they're using something else. Ah yeah, they're using super as well. That's why they're so expensive. Okay, I thought it seemed strange. Well, let's get on over to these two unicorns that live over here. Of course, they do run away, which is really annoying, so maybe fighting them is not a good idea. Because that seems like a pain in the butt for ranged when you don't have Ava's accumulator. Oh, well, we'll try fighting one at least. No, we can't give up that easily. We want to at least get level 24 or something. Okay, foul beast. That is not foul at all. Although horses do smell. But maybe unicorns don't. Yeah, get over here. Yeah, picking up these arrows is going to be a pain. But whatever, the drop will at least be worth something. And these things are level 15, so they're slightly stronger than those crawling hands, but I'm still hitting with a fairly decent accuracy. How are we doing? Are we training that? No, we're just training ranged, which is how it should be. We don't want to waste arrows training defense. It is a complete waste to lower your ranged experience. I gotta get used to looking at this. I'm not used to that yet. Okay, you're dead. Got lucky with that 3 there right when he started to run. Okay, well, it'd only take a few more, I think, for us to get a level, because that was, what, like 80 experience or so from that? So, yeah, but whatever. We'll chop trees, I guess. And maybe next episode we will continue our adventures with the ranged skill, or perhaps I will up my defense, and that way we can fight the banshees and maybe not die so quickly, which would also be extremely helpful. Okay, everything out of my inventory, please. All that junk is unnecessary. What we need is this. And are we gonna burn the logs? I think we're gonna burn the logs, so we'll need this. Okay, we're ready for exciting lumberjacking with these willow trees that are conveniently placed here. Because it is my goal, I think I've said previously, to get level 45 of both of these skills relatively soon. So let's do it. Get a level or 2 today if we can. At least 1 level, right? Surely, at least 1. Who knows? Let's see. What is this week's update? I can't remember. They've been talking about it, I think, too, but I just can't remember. I could look it up. But it'll be in the next episode, whatever it is. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. Or not. Who really knows? Huh. Yeah, I'm trying to look at it on Twitter. Oh, look at that! We got a bird's nest! I miss having a noise and that being a bright blue, or whatever it normally is. Yep. At least my internet seems to be holding. That's good. That's very good. Alright, they're working on that Abyss boss thing, I think. The Abyssal Nexus. I don't know that that's coming out, like, when that's coming out, but they're definitely working on it. They've been posting screenshots of it. I think it's a boss. I don't know. It's some giant creature thing that you go inside. And I think you maybe fight it or something. I have no idea. I don't remember. And they've still been talking about sailing, which I'm very excited for and really hope passes, even though it probably won't, but, pessimism, optimism, whatever, who cares. Let's chop some trees, and just hope. Cross our fingers. That would be a nice skill to work on, I think. But speaking of skills, look at all these skills I need to train, and I'm not sure which ones to focus on, honestly. I mean, obviously, we're working on woodcutting and fire making now, and that's a good focus for a short time, and agility is always good. But I kind of feel like I should have a goal in mind for one of these skills. Like, I don't know, like rune crafting 30 or something crazy like that. I mean, I do need to get a skill up to 30. So that would be nice if I could get maybe Herblore or I don't know. It'd be nice to get back to Hunter as well, just because it's a skill we don't get the opportunity to train much. And it will be needed for a couple quests or so. It'd be nice to get back to that. There's so many things to do and so little time, but luckily I can just keep recording this series indefinitely, and we will eventually get to max level. Someday, many, many years from now, at this rate, but it will happen, and it will be amazing. Look at that. One inventory almost got us to a level. I do need to bank this stupid bird's nest that's wasting space, though. So, I guess next episode we will probably walk back to the grain exchange, or I might do that before I record. Sell some junk, maybe. Buy some mithril arrows, possibly. And then head on back to Canifis, where we will continue our training. And we will attempt to win. Alternatively, the other option is to train defense. One of those two. But I think we're definitely going to have a combat focus for maybe not a long time, but for at least a few episodes. I'd really like to get my combat up slightly so that we don't have quite as much danger just walking around the map. Because right now you get attacked by things and, you know, with only level 28 hit points and 30 defense, some of those things can kill you pretty dang fast. And we have to deal with all the aggressive stuff that's really annoying, such as banshees, for example. So I want to get my combat up just a bit, not anything crazy, not like level 40 defense anytime soon probably, but at the very least 25 ranged and a few defense levels, couple hit points, maybe hit points 30 would be nice. I'd feel a lot safer, I think, with that. Oh hey, look at that, we got fire making 37, and I think I missed whatever it possibly unlocked. But hooray, 37, very nice. That is significant progress, right? And woodcutting is not far behind. So cross your fingers that we can get like 2 or 3 woodcutting levels today. Look at my restored hair. So glad to have it back, even if it did cost me a ridiculous amount of money. But I have that voucher now, and I could use it someday if I ever wanted to get that money back, theoretically. I mean, not literally, but whatever. And that reminds me, I purchased a UPS, or Universal Power Supply, to use with my desktop once it's built, for the most part, but I do have my monitor and external hard drive plugged into it now, so I am power outage proof for my recording. I was somewhat worried about that because a power outage while recording could cause issues with the file system on my hard drive, which I have had happen once before, but that wasn't from a power outage as far as I know. I'm not quite sure what happened. Maybe twice, actually. I can't remember. Point is, I'm safe from that now, but I bought it on Amazon, and today they dropped the price by like $18. So I found out, I googled it, and you can actually get them to refund you the money. Since I think, I forget how I paid for it, but they gave me a gift balance, but I think sometimes, depending on what you pay, they actually give you the cash back. And maybe if you pay with a credit card or PayPal or something, I have no idea. I don't think they even accept PayPal, actually. Point is, though, that if you catch it early enough, you can actually, maybe not always, but sometimes get the discounted price. The site I read said 7 days and that it doesn't always work. But I figured, why not? It's $18, might as well try. So that was nice, very nice. It does feel a bit rip-offy with the way Amazon's prices constantly go up and down sometimes. I've noticed that some products, it seems like they change almost every day. Who knows why? It's Amazon setting the prices. But whatever. It was nice to get a discount. And now I'll put that money towards who knows what. Maybe it'll either be something for my video game collection, either a video game or something video game related, or it will be something for my desktop, but probably not. I'm probably going to be getting that stuff from like Newegg and other various websites, because Amazon's prices usually aren't that great, so yeah. I mean, I have bought some of my parts from them, such as the UPS, obviously. Whatever. Not gonna worry about it. Point is, though, just a little FYI on that you can, it can be a good idea to keep track. I actually wouldn't have even realized it, but I had set up a price tracking thing with, I think it's called Camel, and they sent me a tweet saying that the price had dropped today, and I was like, crap! Just bought it, now it's dropped. But it worked out in the end. So actually that saved me money having that thing and forgetting to remove it. But I think also they only do it once, so if they drop the price down $100 tomorrow or something ridiculous, sell it for 1 cent or something, then I am out of luck, as far as I know. But I don't care, I got a really good price on it actually. Because it's very useful if you do shopping online to look up a site that has the price history for something, and you see if you're getting a price that's reasonably close to the lowest it's ever been. Oh, what am I doing? I don't want to bank. I mean, that's kind of what I do with the Grand Exchange, too, is I'll look and see, it hasn't been much cheaper than this price, so I'll offer that much and see what happens. And it usually works out half the time, maybe? Whatever. Look at that, we are zooming. I don't know that we'll get a level. It seems unlikely that we'll get a fire-making level from this inventory, but it could happen. I think we can maybe get 38 in both this episode. Depends how fast I chop. But it's very possible that we could. And that's very good. And this is also giving us significant total levels as well. And who knows what quests require these levels. I'm sure there's a quest out there that requires woodcutting up in the 40s or something. And we will have it. Okay. Yeah, that recruitment drive quest was pretty good for experience. We need to get that herblore up, actually. That'd be nice, get level 20 on that. I've been looking through the list of quests that give experience, and there's not really many that we can do that give a significant amount in the skills I would really like the experience in, which is like prayer, herblore, farming, hunter, construction. Like, most of them have requirements up in the 30s and 40s already, so, I mean, they'd be nice, but we can't actually do them yet. It's very rare to get a quest that has a very low level requirement and gives over a K of experience. That one quest, Waterfall Quest, is the biggest exception, and Vampire Slayer is also a pretty big exception to that rule. For the most part, they do have reasonable requirements rather than insanely easy. It's too bad. So sad. But as far as the schedule for these videos go, you might notice that my schedule's been slightly off, or if you're watching this after the fact, you probably have no idea, but I'm gonna try to get back on the schedule so that we're actually releasing a video tomorrow and not like on Friday or something. It's just been a bit crazy with, I mean, my upload speed for one thing was a major issue, and I've had a lot going on, so haven't had time to record videos quite in time to upload it and process and release them before I go to work at night. That was what happened last night. I had to go to work. Oh well, look at that, we're so close. Come on, chop, chop, chop. Let's get up to level 38. And, so today, or I think it was today, I pre-ordered the Mad Max game, which sounds neat. It's definitely going to be different. I'm not the biggest Mad Max fan, you could say. I really don't know anything about him outside of the fact that I watched the most recent movie, and I know that it was a major inspiration for the Fallout series. But outside of that, I don't know anything about the old movies. I was only vaguely familiar with the name. It was just like a name that's like, yeah, that sounds kind of familiar, but no idea what it was. And that movie was definitely not quite what I expected. I was not expecting it to be like a whole bunch of driving around, because I hadn't really paid attention. So, yeah. Regardless, it sounds like it might be a fun game, and assuming that the developer allows it, which I think they will, because I think it's made by the Just Cause developer. Although I guess the owners of Mad Max could also mess with it, but if they allowed the whole Let's Playing thing, then I will most likely do a series on it. Hopefully, you know, my new desktop will be able to handle it quite nicely and record it, and I will be able to do kind of like a first impressions thing, hopefully when the game comes out, if my desktop is ready by then. And if not, then pretty much as soon as the desktop's ready, because that's something I want to get into once I have the desktop, is I want to start doing series of PC games and maybe even console games, you know, like within a week of release. And obviously part of that's because that's when people are interested in watching the videos of a game. You know, people aren't so interested in games that have been out for 20 years. But also because I have had a lot of fun watching first impressions videos, you know, where people play games and they don't know what they're doing. And so far, I've mostly done series where I'm already a master of the game, essentially. I've put, you know, at the very least dozens of hours into it. I can't think... I guess Starbound is one that I was not experienced in, but outside of that, all my major series have been games that I had already essentially beaten, or at least put dozens of hours into. Maybe not dozens, but definitely like at least 10 hours. So it would be nice to do that, and I've got a very large list of games at this point. I've been stockpiling them for a very long time, just waiting for the right time to actually record and release them, and I think that time is getting near. And I don't think it'll hurt the existing series too much. I could theoretically see some series dropping down by a video per week, but ultimately I think that we will get up to 2 videos a day, plus a few extras like the Quick Look Minecraft series. But actually, we did hit 30 minutes, but I want to get this level, so we're just gonna wait a second, and it's like 2 logs or 1 log or something away. So if we could just actually chop this stupid tree, we would be fine. Oh, yes, there we go. Okay. So yeah, this has been KaBob799. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to see more. Like this video if you liked it. Comment your thing to say. And I will see you in the next episode.